everyone, my name is Chelsea and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have a preschool update. So this is definitely something completely different than I normally talk about on this channel, but I had been talking about stuff like this on Instagram lately and really just thought that people might want an update for Presley's preschool. So this is the first time that Presley has gone to school. Obviously it's preschool, he just turned 4 in August, and we started off with a very rough time. Me taking him into preschool, we only got the notification that we were like getting into this preschool like a couple days before school started, like that Thursday and Friday before school started on Monday. And then when we showed up, we weren't allowed to go in the classroom, which is not a big deal. Like, parents were not allowed to go in the classroom, but when we showed up, Presley walked into the classroom. I was about to follow him in because nobody told us we weren't allowed to go in the classroom. They shut the door in between us, would not let him leave, would not let me get him or anything. We were not allowed to say goodbye, and it caused a big problem. Obviously, I was very upset. Presley was very upset, and they ended up calling me like an hour and a half later saying he did not stop crying and I had to come get him. The teacher that did that actually quit the very next day. So that problem sort of got alleviated. He got put into a different classroom with a teacher that I like much better, but he is somebody who has anxiety, and we are definitely seeing it manifest as separation anxiety, and so he's been having a sort of hard time dealing with preschool. We knocked back preschool from, what was it, like 3.5 hours total to right now about an hour and a half. And this is actually the end, like we just finished week 5 of preschool. He's been having a tough time even with that hour and a half. He is very attached to me, has always been very attached to me. Part of this is just because of him being a mama's boy, and then part of it was probably that COVID started when he was 6 months old, and so for a long time he only had me and my husband and his grandparents, and like that was it for months of those developing months, you know, like so much time. So we've been trying to get him a watch so he can tell time, so he knows when I'm coming to pick him up, and visual schedules, and trying to work with both the OT person that he works with as well as the teacher and the school. And it was just coming to a head recently where nothing that we were doing seemed to help. I had a lot of feelings myself of people not listening and not taking him seriously, and like something really needed to change. I am happy to say that I finally got a hold of the like director of the preschools this last week, because we had Labor Day as well. So it was a shorter preschool week. He also doesn't have preschool on Wednesdays. So I actually then got to take him to his classroom on Wednesday once the teachers were done with their meetings, and we got to sit in his classroom with just me and him and his teacher, and we got to sort of talk about Presley as a person and like the things that he likes and the things that he doesn't, and the fact that like he is very fixated on certain things. So like in the morning he eats breakfast with us because he wants the same breakfast every single day: pancakes, strawberries, blueberries, and chocolate milk. And the thing is, he would eat that before we go to preschool, but at the very beginning of preschool they actually get breakfast. They also get lunch, but they get breakfast through the state. Like every single kid gets food, which is amazing, but Presley knows he's not going to eat it. Presley doesn't want to sit and not do anything for however long breakfast is. So we had to talk about the fact that like making him sit down at a breakfast table with food in front of him that he's never going to eat because he already knows he's not going to pick it up, is probably not helping him. Same thing with like doing the drop off and having a whole bunch of people and parents and crowds trying to fight through to get to class, because we're on like the last end of class. Like you have to pass through 3 other preschool classes with all the parents and all the kids just to get over there, is probably not helping him with the anxiety of actually having to be dropped off at preschool. So I was very appreciative that we got to do that. Also, we made a calm down kit with his OT. So it's in his lunchbox because he doesn't stay long enough for lunch, and they give them lunch. I don't have to bring any anyway. And this is his Paw Patrol lunchbox. I'm gonna show them your stuff, yeah? Or did you want to show them?
Can I show them?
Come over here. But this is something that we made with his OT, and it has all his different things in here that he can use when he needs to take a breath and calm down. And let's see, what do we have in here? Okay.
It's my stuff.
It is your stuff. The first thing we have in here is a book with like a magic marker, and this one is printing practice. He had a different one in there earlier, but it's all done already. So he can practice his fine motor skills and tracing. They also have some stuff like this in his classroom with like dry erase markers on a laminated paper that he can do as well. Oh, not right now. Let's show more stuff. What else do you have in here?
Oh, a bubble wrap.
A bubble wrap. So he can pop the bubbles if he needs to. What else do we have?
Pictures.
Pictures of Mommy and Presley, and of Mommy and Daddy and Presley and Elliot at the farm that we went to last week. What else do you have?
Crayons.
Crayons. Now, the crayons are not something that we put in here for him, so this must be something that he got at preschool, which is great, but he has a bunch of crayons. What else?
Color crayons.
They are color crayons. What's that?
I don't know.
This is like a little fidget toy. What color?
Red.
Red. It's like a little tubing thing with a marble, so he can move that around. What else do we have?
Or light.
A light. So this is a light up ice cube that he got in a bath bomb that turns on with water, but he also is able to actually light it up. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it on camera, but with his little finger, he can touch the little sensors at the bottom, and it does actually light up. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see just because of like lights, but he can light that up and it goes through the different colors. What else do we have?
It's too hard to see.
It's too hard to see. Yeah, it's okay. But what else do we have?
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh, a little Play-Doh. And a car, just in case. And
A squishy.
a squishy. So this is like a little french fry cat that we got in some sort of mystery box, but he can squish it. And basically at OT, he talked with her about different things that he can do to calm down. Some of it was like taking a deep breath and like counting or imagining good things. But then we also have this kind of stuff that he can use as well. So we have it. Good job. What goes after the book? We have his calm down kit that he takes with him to preschool.
What is this?
That's Mommy's reading rug. Mommy's gonna crochet that. Yeah.
For me?
For the library over here, yeah.
My classroom?
Oh no, we're gonna get other colors for your classroom. You're gonna help me later, okay? But, so the last 2 days of preschool, so Thursday and Friday this week, we were able to get there a little bit early, and his teacher actually comes and gets him at the pickup gate now, and he's the first person to go into the school and go in the classroom. And instead of having to sit at breakfast, he now sits at a little table that he has where he can use some of his calm down kit stuff in case he needs it. And the last 2 days, he has not cried at all. He's been playing, he's been laughing, he's been having fun, he's been making friends, and all of the adults there are like, oh my gosh, this is such a different kid than the past 4 weeks basically at school. So I'm hoping that this new routine and the fact that I was able to talk to his teacher and he was able to talk to his teacher and we were able to like actually be like, these are the kinds of things he loves. Like he loves space, he loves dinosaurs, he loves counting and letters and like learning. And so like that's the kind of stuff that they're giving him now, is things that he can do with that in the morning instead of having to sit and do basically nothing at breakfast. It's been helping, I think. So he's still only going to preschool for an hour and a half total right now, every day, except for Wednesdays. And then hopefully we will be able to increase that more and more, because right now he's there for breakfast and playground times, which is great because he does need to play with friends. And he, when I picked him up yesterday, because yesterday was Friday, he was so sweaty from running around on the playground. But hopefully he'll be able to stay longer and longer so that he'll actually get into like the curriculum and learning that they're supposed to be doing in preschool as well. So yeah, fingers crossed, this is exactly where we want it to go. And so because we just had such a good week at the end of this week, I just thought a little preschool update might be good for some of you guys that might have been wondering, because I know I had mentioned being upset with some of the preschool stuff recently on Instagram. And so yeah, that was it for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more videos. I post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so I will see you then. Bye. Hello everyone. What? My brain had a brain fart.